Mr. President. We have a listing of those who wish to interpolate. It'll be, of course, our Senate President Pro Tem. I'm sorry, Senate President himself, Senator Soto, would like to interpolate together with Senator Raffy Tulfo, Senator Bato de la Rosa, if he's around, but is he around? Okay, he's not around. Senator Marcoleta, Senator Padilla, and Senator Pangilinan, and of course our Senate President Pro Tem,
Manifestation lang ako eh.
Senator Lacson.
After mo. Ako na muna.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hindi na nga. Baka...
Hi, Senator, and also Senator Erwin Tulfo. Mr. President, we'd like to recognize the sponsor, Senator J.V. Arcito, to sponsor the measure and, of course, give details on the budgetary requirements of these agencies.
Yes.
I so move, Mr. President.
Hearing no objection, we now consider the budget of the DILG. And recognize Senator J.B. Arcito to sponsor the measure. Sponsor the budget.
Yes, Mr. President, before we start, we'd like to ask a little order in the plenary. As Vice Chairperson of Subcommittee F of the Senate Committee on Finance, this representation is honored to sponsor the proposed 2026 budget of the Department of Interior and Local Government and its attached agencies. The DILG family, headed by Secretary John Vic Remulla, joins us this afternoon. Mr. President, for the record, the recommended new appropriations for DILG and its attached agencies for fiscal year 2026 is 308,239,334,000 pesos, which is broken down as follows.
Dito.
Number one, Office of the Secretary, 8,549,126,000 pesos. Bureau of Fire Protection, or BFP, 36,234,156,000 pesos. Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, or BJMP, 31,323,731,000 pesos. Early Childhood Care Development Council, 356,793,000 pesos. Local Government Academy, 544,847,000 pesos. The National Commission on Muslim Filipinos, 1,166,103,000 pesos. The National Police Commission, or NAPOLCOM, 2,465,656,000 pesos. The National Youth Commission, 315,469,000 pesos. Philippine Commission on Women, or PCW, 204,894,000 pesos. The Philippine National Police, PNP, 225,843,071,000 pesos. And the Philippine Public Safety College, or PPSC, with 1,235,488,000 pesos. Mr. President, the Senate Committee reflects our unwavering support to the uniform and civilian personnel of the department. The recommended new appropriations for the DILG under the Senate version increased by 22,604,842,000 pesos, or by 7.91%. With the support of Senwin Gatchalian, our chairperson of the Committee on Finance, we are happy to share that the 282,755 uniform personnel from BFP, BJMP, PPSC, and the PNP will receive additional subsistence allowance next year. From the current daily subsistence allowance of 150 pesos, it will increase to 350 pesos, or an additional 200 pesos next year. It is now at par with the Armed Forces of the Philippines subsistence allowance. This is a Senate amendment, Mr. President. In addition, the Senate has also approved the funding of additional 65 fire stations and procurement of additional 65 fire trucks for the Bureau of Fire Protection. We are happy to report that this budget intervention will close the gap in our goal of equipping every local government unit with adequate firefighting capability. Wala na pong bayan na walang fire station at fire truck. The Senate version is also reflective of our support to the Philippine National Police. We recommend to augment the operational capabilities of our police force through procurement of equipment in support of the PNP to the Unified 911 system, funding the repair and maintenance of air assets and watercrafts, establishments of hangars in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, and construction of various facilities for PNP and PNPA. Lastly, the Senate also supports additional funding for the following projects: support for the operations of BJMP, ECCDC, LGA, and NAPOLCOM, establishment and support of PCW regional operations, operations of the National Cyber Training Institute under the PPSC. So, Mr. President, we are now ready to answer the questions from our colleagues.
President, there's a
Majority
request.
Leader,
Thank you. Yes, sir.
since I will not be taking too much time, may I be allowed to go first? And ask
Absolutely,
Senator
Mr. President.
Ping Lacson to take over. Session suspended.
Is recognized.
Thank you, Your Honor, Mr. President. Thank you. Thank you, my dear Deputy Majority Leader. May you favor me with some answers to some very quick questions and perhaps a manifestation.
Yes, certainly. Of course, anything from our Senate President.
All right. We, of course, like to welcome our dear friend, our Governor, and now Secretary of the ILG. Thank you. I would like to call your attention first to the BJMP, Your Honor. In the General Appropriations Bill for 2026, the budget per person deprived of liberty, or the PDLs, under the custody of the BJMP and the Bureau of Correction is 100 pesos for their daily sustenance and 15 pesos for their daily medical assistance. Is this amount enough for their daily sustenance? Is it possible to increase this to an amount that is enough to ensure that they are eating healthy every day and that their medical needs are readily available for them?
Your Honor, Mr. President, actually the regional or the last year's budget or the subsidies was only 70 pesos. So for next year, it will be increased to 100 pesos, Mr. President. We increased it
So
by
there's
about
already an increase for this year.
yes, Mr. President, from 70 to 100 pesos.
Yes, because I recall for their food, I seem to recall the speech of Senator Pangilinan about farmers and even suggested that government purchase their produce, which Senator Lacson and I have been proposing for some time already. Can there be a program for the direct route from our farmers, the products of the farmers, to the jails? This program can ensure that our assistance to both PDLs and the farmers are there. Mura pa. At kikita yung mga farmers at diretso sa atin, sa kanilang kapakinabangan.
Your Honor, Mr. President, according to our BJMP director, that they have present a memorandum of understanding with or agreement with the Department of Agrarian Reform beneficiaries, no? Yung pong Arbos Association of Cooperatives, that they will be supplying their products to the BJ.